Hello. About a month ago I posted up a first look at this, the Tesco Hudl 2 Android tablet, and I said that after I'd had a little play with it I'd come back and deliver some conclusions. Now I have in fact done a full review of this over on the other channel, Tube Shooter Mag, and I will leave a link to that in the description to this video below, so please do go away and have a little look at that as well. But in the meantime, since I said I would come back with some conclusions, I thought I'd just do a quick update video on what I reckon to this tablet. Now, the reason I was looking at it was not so much to have a review of a low-cost Android tablet, but to see whether it was going to be any good as a filmmaking device, because of course many people are using iPhones and even the old iPad to do filmmaking, and they're reasonably expensive, these Apple products, aren't they? And this retails at about £129, and if you are a Tesco club card holder with the appropriate number of points you get a discount on it, and I've seen tales of people picking these up for as little as about £60–65. Now that is a bargain for a reasonably well-spec'd tablet. As you can see, it's quite big, got a big screen, it's got an HDMI port out so you can connect it to your telly, it's got a front and rear camera, it's got stereo speakers, it's got a SDHC card, micro SDHC card, so you can expand the storage. It's running Android 4.4.2 KitKat anyway. And yeah, so I thought I'd have a look at it and see if it was any good for filmmaking. I'll tell you from the off, no, this is not going to replace your iPhone or iPad mini for making videos, because although yes, it's got the camera on the front and back, the picture quality is not that great. The stills quality, it's all a bit fuzzy, and the video quality not really that much better either. However, this tablet does have redeeming qualities. Firstly, as a general purpose Android tablet, it does perfectly well. Everything runs fast enough, the screen's nice and bright. When you first turn it on, you notice a little bit of light bleeding around the corner of the screen, but actually in use you never really notice that. But the other thing that's very good is those stereo speakers on the back. And when you are watching movies, whether it's on YouTube or Blinkbox, which is Tesco's streaming service, or Google Play Movies, things like that, yes, you're holding it like that and the sound is sort of going away from you, but it really wraps round. I know it sounds a bit weird, but I was watching a film on this and I suddenly realised how stereo it all sounded compared to when you watch stuff on the old iPad mini, which I know it's got two little grills there, but I seem to recall this is actually just a mono speaker and it's fairly rubbish. You don't get that sense of the sound being all around you. Whereas on this, I was pleasantly surprised. I was watching it and suddenly sort of with a jolt thought, wait a minute, this sounds really good. And it looks really good as well. Yeah, the screen is fine. I'll just turn it on actually. I've got it in hibernation. I'll just hide my secret code to open it. There we go. And there's the apps. I've only got one screen of apps, but you can, bring up the thing and scroll through them. It's all very fast and swift, and apps all work perfectly well. There's BBC News app, and as you can see, you can scroll through things fine. So as an Android tablet, it works fine. And as a media viewer, I think it works very well indeed. Now, obviously, you can, Chromecast this and just watch the stuff through your telly if you want to. But if you are loading this up on an SD card with films and things, it does very well. I'll give you an example. I put a file that I'd rendered out myself, 50p, and I'd rendered it out at 25 megabits a second, MP4. Now that's a lot of processing. This played it back absolutely smooth as silk, no problems at all. So it's quite a good media tablet. Now the battery life is not as good as the iPads, and certainly in standby, when you just click this off into little standby mode, it loses about 10% of the battery a day. The old iPad mini, I don't know how they do it, but you can put this thing on standby, come back days later and it's still on 100%. So this isn't as good. But also, I don't think its battery life is as bad as some commentators have suggested. What you do tend to find is that the little battery icon on the top right of the screen always looks like the thing is about to run out of power. But when you actually swipe the old notification down, which it won't do because I haven't given the... Hold on, let's get through the lock screen. When you swipe the notification down and you look at the battery as a percentage, it's a lot higher than you would think just by looking at the little icon in the top right of the screen. So sometimes you look at that, you think, oh, it's about to run out of power. In fact, it's got 40–50% and the icon just looks like it's half empty. So I don't know if that's a thing that's specific to the Hudl, but it's just something that I noticed. So battery life, yeah, it's okay, not brilliant. The screen is good, the speakers are good, the expandability is good. Using it as a filmmaking tool, no. But as a tablet, a low-cost tablet to buy and carry around with you, I think it does a pretty good job. So there you go, a few very quick conclusions on the Tesco Hudl 2. If you haven't already got an Android tablet, you want to pick one up for Christmas, then this is certainly, I think, worth a look. It is slightly heavier than the old iPad mini, and it is slightly thicker as well. It's a couple of millimeters thicker. I'll see if we can pick that up on the camera. It's a couple of millimeters thicker, and the Hudl is 400 grams compared to the iPad mini's 300, but it's not so great that you really notice it in practice. Thanks for watching this video. I know it was a bit rushed, but it's just a sort of conclusions video, and I said I'd do that. Give it a like if this was useful to you in any way, and if you're not a subscriber to the channel, then please do click that subscribe button, and YouTube will let you know when I upload another video. Thanks, as always, for watching. Bye-bye.